My 200th video, what should I review?
Get away from her, you bitch!
I got it. Aliens, written and directed by James Cameron, and of course is the sequel to Ridley Scott's 1979 classic horror movie Alien. They just added an S on the end, and now we have Aliens. So Aliens continues right from where Alien left off. Ellen Ripley, played by Sigourney Weaver, is the only survivor of her crew that was attacked by the formidable creature, the alien, and she has been asleep for years, if not decades, and discovered and rescued by this military who want her to go down there and investigate the alien creatures down on a desolate planet, and where Ripley discovers she has left her daughter behind on Earth, but then she finds a little 10-year-old girl named Newt, who the two quickly form a mother and daughter-like relationship and discover that the alien queen, the mother of all aliens, is on this planet, and it all becomes an all-out war. And what can I say? Aliens, just like Terminator 2, without any surprise, is one of the best sequels ever made. I absolutely love Alien from start to finish. James Cameron, I don't know what it is, but he has such a great habit of making the sequel better than the original. What makes Aliens immediately better than Alien was very much a horror movie and a base survival movie. Aliens is more of a war movie. Instead of one alien, we get the alien queen, an entire army of aliens. That's immediately a more interesting, more epic and exciting premise for me. Sigourney Weaver's Ellen Ripley, Sigourney Weaver, she's always been phenomenal and incredible as Ripley throughout the Alien saga, even in Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection, which I'll review in anticipation for Alien Covenant, but this is her best performance in the series, hands down. Ripley, being the only survivor of the crew, she knows what the alien was like in the first film. Here, she is so much more of a badass. She is totally epic, and one of cinema's greatest female leads, up there with Sarah Connor. Yeah, she is the Sarah Connor of this movie, and she is advising the military to not bring the aliens back to study them, to just wipe them all out, because those aliens, she knows what they're capable of, and she knows if they find you, they will destroy you. So they've got to destroy them. And I even love the fact that her cat survived from the first film. We only see her cat in the beginning, and then we never see him for the rest of the film. But the brief scenes he's in, he's cute. I'm glad as well that I love the team. I love these soldiers that accompany Ripley to investigate the aliens. They all have great banter, great team dynamic and chemistry, and we know so much about them as we spend so much time with them. Cameron made it very clever that we are supposed to like these characters, and they are not just there to be killed off. We are here to want them to survive, and when they do get killed off one by one throughout the film, this movie has a high body count, equally as high as the first Alien. It's just truly shocking. It's devastating. And of course, the movie's best, most adorable character, Newt, the 10-year-old girl who is played by, I think, one of the best child actresses just ever. Just give her an Oscar. She truly deserves it, because I'm so happy that James Cameron can really get great child actors, just like he did for John Connor in Terminator 2. Ripley and Newt's relationship, it is so wonderfully heartfelt. It is the heart of the movie, and although they're not related biologically, they genuinely feel like a mother and daughter, as Newt doesn't have a family anymore, and Ripley has left her daughter behind. So they both have the same motivation. They are the only family they've got, and they share so many great moments together. And Ripley is determined to protect Newt no matter what. Like the scene where she's telling that bedtime story to Newt. It's just wonderful. It really makes you cry. I'm not gonna lie. And the aliens, of course, return. In the first movie, there was only one alien, and those little creatures that burst out of your chest. But here, the aliens are back in an entire army, and not just that, they've brought their queen with them, the mother of all the aliens, and she is truly enormous, and the greatest antagonist of the Alien franchise. The action in this film is mind-blowing, truly mind-blowing. It is action-packed. Of all the Alien films, this by far has the best action of the series. Well, that isn't any surprise, since that's the one thing James Cameron can do best: action and spectacle. And the Alien series have yet to reach the scale and magnitude of this film, because there are so many iconic classic action scenes here, like the moment where the soldiers are just ambushed by the aliens, and Ripley, she's forcing the tank in to go and get them, because she knows that they won't have a chance unless she does disobey orders. And even the tunnel scenes are thrilling and completely suspenseful, and throughout the action scenes, thankfully we care. The substance is all there, as like I said, they establish these military characters, and they all get just sacrificed and mercilessly get killed off one by one. They are just thrilling and emotional action sequences to watch, and I'm glad they saved most of the action for the second half of the movie. That's the way most James Cameron movies are structured. The first half is about character development and establishing the world and getting the story going, whereas the second half is all about the spectacular and all the shit goes down. And I love the movie's setting. I love this world. It keeps the suspense high all the time. You never know when an alien's going to jump out at our crew. And I absolutely cherish James Horner's score for this movie. James Horner has never given a bad score, and his score here is just great. It's the best soundtrack of the Alien series without question. I'm glad James Cameron and James Horner were very close, because his score for Titanic and Avatar was equally as impressive. And I truly love the third act of Aliens. The third act of Aliens is easily the best part of the whole film. It's the part we've been waiting for, when Newt sadly gets kidnapped, and Ripley, she is just racing against time to save Newt. She refuses to let Newt down, and when she does find Newt, when she comes to face with, you guessed it, the Alien Queen. And the Alien Queen, I can gladly say, is outstandingly made and brought to life by the visual effects team. She looks and feels like a real living, breathing creature, all done with flawless puppetry. There isn't any CGI needed here. And what does Ripley do in the Queen's face? She burns and completely annihilates and obliterates all of the Queen's eggs to a crisp. She knows for the survival of humanity, the eggs must be destroyed. It's a totally badass moment. Even when Ripley and Newt escape and destroys the Queen's nest, and as the base explodes just when you think they're out of danger, the movie isn't over yet, because we get the best part, the epic final showdown between Ripley and the Queen. Ripley gets in that big tank. She's refusing to let anything happen to Nuke, and she says to the Queen, "Get away from her, you bitch!" And it's probably the best girl fight ever. James Cameron, I know I keep repeating myself in these reviews, but he can put women in action just perfectly. He deserves a big round of applause for that. And when Ripley's hanging on for dear life as the Queen gets sucked into space, it's such a thrilling, tense moment, and you are so relieved when her and Newt are okay and against all odds, because of their strong bond, had survived. And they go to sleep, and gets you anticipated for Alien 3. And was Alien 3 as good? Well, that's another story, but Aliens still the best in the Alien franchise, even better than Alien in every single way. One of my all-time favourite sequels and movies, and if only James Cameron directed the Alien franchise as well, just like Terminator, it would be perfect. It has all the makings of a perfect cinematic blockbuster. It's a blockbuster with outstanding action, outstanding effects, outstanding story and pacing and cinematography, score, but most importantly, it has the heart and the characters we care about. That's what James Cameron always gets right in his blockbusters. You have to have the heart, you have to care. He's never lost sight of that. So you all know what rating Aliens deserves.
I give Aliens 5 stars out of 5.
So yeah, thank you again to James Cameron, and Aliens is just, again, a perfect movie. It's the only Alien movie I have seen multiple times. I love it that much. I don't think there's a single James Cameron movie so far I haven't given a 10 out and 5 out of 5. That's how good a filmmaker I think he is. I love you guys. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what do you think of Aliens? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and on Google+, and stay tuned for my True Lies review. And I'll see you then. Bye, guys.